What is going on, deck builders? I'm your friendly neighborhood host Alex, and today we're going to be talking all about Voltron. Voltron isn't just an awesome show from your childhood, it also happens to be one of the most popular and unique ways to play the Commander format. So let's dive in and take an in-depth look about what Voltron is all about and how you can maximize your Voltron builds. There are essentially three different styles of Voltron Commander. The first we'll be talking about are commanders that are like Kemba Ka Regent, whose focus is on equipment spells. The idea behind a commander like Kemba is to load her up with as much equipment as possible, then smash your opponents in the face for lethal commander damage. So not only do your opponents have to work to take out a supermassive creature, they also have to eliminate your equipment, otherwise you'll just rebuild. And if artifacts aren't your thing, there's plenty of commanders out there like Ural the Miststalker who take full advantage of auras. And just like the artifact Voltron builds, the idea here is the same. We're gonna load our commander up with a ton of auras and smash our opponents in the face repeatedly. And at the very top of the Voltron food chain are commanders like Zur the Enchanter or Narset Enlightened Master. Their goal isn't to deal lethal combat damage, it's to use their attack abilities as soon as possible to set up game-winning combos and synergies. Naturally, if your goal is to win the game through a single creature, your opponents are going to do everything possible to take that creature out. This is why abilities like Hexproof, Shroud, or Indestructible are so important to have when picking out your Voltron commander. If your commander can naturally shrug off targeted removal or destruction effects, it makes them that much more powerful and forces your opponents to be reactive rather than proactive. Even if your commander of choice doesn't have built-in evasion, there's plenty of options out there that can give it to them. Cards like Lightning Greaves, Swiftfoot Boots, and Nurok's Stealth Suit are going to go the extra mile to ensuring that your opponents have a very difficult time taking out a creature you control. And for the enchantment lovers out there, there's plenty of hexproof and shroud-friendly options like Asceticism, Greater Auramancy, and Aspect of Mongoose. Some of my personal favorite auras, though, are cards like Vanishing, Gift of Immortality, and Shade's Form. These are excellent at making your commander nearly impossible to ever truly get rid of. But perhaps you're in a meta that plays more destruction-heavy effects like Wrath of God or Damnation. In that case, you need cards like Darksteel Plate. Not only can you shut down your opponent's board wipes, you can also run board wipes of your own to leave no creatures left on the battlefield except your Voltron-ready commander. And if your budget allows for it, I definitely recommend snagging cards like Sword of Fire and Ice and Sword of Feast and Famine. It's no secret that these swords are some of the best equipment in all of Magic and have the ability to single-handedly change games. A fundamental part of any good Voltron deck is mana ramp. Regardless of your chosen color scheme or play style, there are plenty of options out there to help ensure that you get off to a fast start. If we want to establish an aggressive board state early on, we can't be missing colors, and we also can't afford to miss our land drops. And for the more combo-friendly Voltron commanders out there, insanely fast artifact ramp is a must. In more competitive metas where everybody's trying to combo off, speed can be the fundamental difference between a win and a loss. I'm also a huge fan of land tutors like Expedition Map, which makes setting up synergies like Cabal Coffers and Urborg Tomb of Yawgmoth way easier. And for you monocolored Voltroners out there, there's artifacts like Extraplanar Lens, Gauntlet of Power, and Caged Sun that can help you double up the amount of mana you generate. If this is the route you decide to go, be sure to use snow-covered basic lands. Normal basic lands will also allow your opponents to double up their mana when they tap. Snow-covered lands mean only you get to double your mana. If you want to dominate the board or recover quickly after a board wipe, you're going to need plenty of card draw. This is what makes support creatures like Shram Senior Edificer so valuable. Having the ability to draw a card every time you play an aura or an equipment is bonkers. He also makes a fantastic commander. Regardless of whether your deck is filled with enchantments or artifacts, there are a ton of options out there to help keep your hand full of cards at all times. Consistent card draw is the key to success with any deck, but especially with a Voltron build. Without it, you're going to find yourself struggling to do much of anything. Now I'm guessing a few of you out there are a lot like me and my good friend Skittles, and you like to win. Skittles, with his fanciful built-in infect abilities, is one hatred or nightmare lash away from a quick victory. But what about other commanders who don't have infect? I'd like to thank our Phyrexian overlords for providing us with grafted exoskeleton and tainted strike, which can help us turn any old schlub commander into an infect dealing powerhouse. And don't let Samut be the only one out there with double strike. Make use of Inquisitor's Flail and Fire Shrieker, and you can give any commander out there a little double striking action. Whether you want to rock with some double striking enchantments or artifacts, there's plenty of options available to you out there, but you gotta do me one favor. Get yourself an Eldrazi Conscription. It's such a broken card and it's so much fun to play with. Now all the infect and double striking in the world can't save you from the world's most annoying problem, the chump blocker. This is why any good Voltron player packs a couple of ways to make their creature unblockable. That way, no matter how many creatures are out there to block us, they can't stop us, and we're able to push that last bit of damage through that we need to win the game. Regardless of how you like to play Voltron or the commander that you would pick to pilot your Voltron deck, it continues to be a unique to commander playstyle and one of the coolest ways you can experience Magic. I hope you guys have enjoyed my first ever strategy guide video. I'd definitely like to do more of these in the future, so let me know in the comments below what playstyles you'd like me to highlight next. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. You can help me out by leaving a like, and if you're new around here, subscribe, and welcome to the Deck Builders Society. And if you haven't noticed, I'm coming up on 500 subscribers, and I'm planning on doing a 500 subscriber Q&A video. So leave me a question in the comments below. You can ask me anything. I don't care how weird or whatever it is. Just throw a question down there. And you know the drill. Stay classy, deck builders. I'll see you next time.